Alright, so I need to make a key for this 2012 E90. It happens to be the CAS3 Plus system. So, I have not removed the module to back it up, which is kind of risky. You know, generally you have CAS3 Plus, you try to do it through OBD, you want to, you know, back everything up. Let me see if I can get some of the information from the ECU. I don't think it will. I'd much rather take the module out and make the key manually, but since it's a CAS, you know, 3 Plus, I have to have, I guess, an ISN from the ECU, or I have to have an extra key, and this is all keys lost. And I do not feel like pulling out both the ECU and the CAS module. So, it would be nice if I could pull the ISN like this, which I'm most likely not going to be able to. If that don't work, then what I will do is probably I'll just try to downgrade the CAS module to program the key through OBD, and if it bricks the CAS module, then I'll just have to, you know, pull it out and recover it and take the ECU and, you know, do it the old-fashioned way. Which, with my luck, will probably be what happens. Let's see, the battery of the car is pretty good. I know it takes a while to downgrade the CAS. This is getting nowhere here, so cancel. Alright, let's back out of here. Let's just go here. Let's go key operation. Let's do key learning, OBD learning. I'm gonna hit OK. I know the risks. I cannot ignition on. There's no key. Unable to communicate. Let me go hit the button here on the car. So I can't ignition on, but I did hit the button, so maybe it will wake it up. Yeah, it won't do it. So then I'm going to hit lost all keys. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. It tells me I should back it up, which I know. It can take 10 minutes. Voltage is indeed below 13 volts. I do not have 13 volts. So it probably won't work. Let's see, where am I at? I'm at 12.2. So it's dying. Let's hit OK, see what happens. Let me remove the key from the switch. So, being safer than sorry, I've hooked up the battery charger. Now I have over 13 volts. So I've downloaded the file here. Sorry, I had a customer come up to me, but we've gone through some of the initial stuff, and right now it's actually, I guess, flashing. Earlier it had downloaded the file. It was saying, it said, do not touch any button of the vehicle. Okay, please wait. Luckily I'm away from the vehicle, or I might be tempted to touch something. So this is probably going to take a while. I'm going to pause this. Alright, so it's finished the programming. Now it says establishing vehicle communication. Voltage is pretty high. I probably should turn down my charger there, but I'm kind of scared to do anything, especially since it's just establishing communication. Erasing the flash. Bye-bye, flash. Updating the second part. Do not touch any buttons in the vehicle, please. So I'm guessing that since it just erased the flash, I think probably what it's doing now is writing the new flash, or the downgraded flash. I'm guessing. I don't know the procedure that they do, but that only makes sense. So the first part, I imagine, is it trying to access the CAS module to be able to erase and write, because they are somewhat secure. So I guess that's what the first part's doing. Now we've erased it. Now we're writing it, and it's got to make changes to the EEPROM part, I'm guessing too, which is the dangerous part. That's the part that's harder to recover if it was to be damaged. The flash, I mean, that's no problem. But the EEPROM actually has like the actual coding data, and the car specific, the VIN specific information, which is much harder to recover if it's damaged. We're at 80%. It's funny, since I've gotten this tool, I haven't done hardly any BMW. It's rare I get out to do keys for general public, and then most of my regulars don't use a lot of BMWs. So it's rare since I bought this. Now before this tool, and before like VVDI, the BMW VVDI or VVDI 2. I used to do BMWs constantly, and back in the old days, it was a lot harder to do them. It was a lot more work, and if you didn't have a tool like Tango or an X-Prog and the RS, I think R270. I never had that one. I preferred X-Prog, but just general MCU readers to hack the security, read them, write them, and then write the keys. You won't be able to do them. It's amazing how far technology has brought the industry of ours. Especially with this one, because this one is the CAS3 Plus. It's probably a CAS3 Plus because since this is a 2012, and it's hard to make the keys to these, and they're like triple encrypted. It's crazy. With the way they do with the ISN, and try to stop you from doing it, and then their solution is, hey, let's just downgrade the CAS back to a normal CAS3, and then we'll make the key. So remove the key from the ignition switch. I don't have it in there. Please be sure to operate as required, otherwise this may make the vehicle abnormal. Okay, I have the key out. So now it's accessing the EEPROM to read the key data since it's downgraded. So this is good news. This is all the key data. You need 6410. Alright, whatever. I guess that's what we have to do. Yeah. Semi-smart key. Yes. Okay, it's already connected. So I guess what it's doing is it's got part of the ISN hold on. Alright, so it says to put the key in the switch of the car. I'm going to go do that. Alright, the key is in there. So, it did not work. And it's telling me to pull the ISN from the ECU. Which if I was going to do that, I would have just done that to begin with. Okay. So, current slot is empty. There's data on the slot. The data of the new key. Let's try a different slot. I imagine it's going to be the same result. You don't need to process it. Try time 1. Please use current key to start engine. Okay, so we got a little bit better than before. Pull out the key in the ignition switch and put it into the program. Okay. I guess this would be easier if I went to the car instead of walking back and forth. This is so damn sunny and hot in the car. So hopefully the first try works. That'd be sweet. Huh? Let's see. It is not starting. If start success, press yes. If cannot start, please pull out the key and put it into the programmer. Okay, so I've done that. Okay. Yeah, the car. No, it didn't start. Please use current key to start the engine. Oh, I think it's gonna start. It turned on. Nope. But you know, now that the ignition is on, maybe we could read the ISN. So I'm gonna hit no. So why do I have to put it in the programmer? What does the programmer do? Is the programmer actually changing it? That's what I don't know. No? Uh-oh, I think I accidentally skipped number 6. You know, I hit no, but I don't see the programmer doing it. There's no light flashing when I hit no. I didn't drop the damn key. Still nothing. I hit no. Spot 9. Nothing. So maybe it's just writing so fast. Don't. Type 11. Okay, I'm going to pause this while I do this because this might take a while. So, on try number 64, the car is now running. Okay, there we go. Try number 64, the car is now running. So, the process so far has worked. So let's see, if start success, please press yes. It doesn't tell me to cut it off, so I'm going to hit yes. Are you sure you can start the car? Can be started? Click yes to enter. Next step. Otherwise, click no. So let's hit yes.
The car is still running. It hasn't told me to cut it off. Attention, please don't take key off ignition. Keep engine start for 15 minutes. And at the same time, do sync DME and CAS with the sync DME at least 10 times. If you don't finish this step, your key can't start engine after you take key off ignition. So it's written pretty badly, but it's still easy to understand if you know about the systems. If you don't finish, okay, if the synchronization fails before the operation is performed 10 times, please insert the key to try to start the car. If the startup is successful, the synchronization is successful. Otherwise, please re-execute the all keys lost function. Click the OK button to close the current interface and start sync DME. Sync DME. Do you want to sync? Yes. Operation successful. Yes. Operation successful. Yes. Oh, okay. So, to tell you the truth, right now would be a good time to read the, let you save the immobilizer data like you do in Volkswagens, and to try to read the ISN from the ECU, or the DME, whatever BMW wants to call it. So, that way, if it did mess up, at least you may have a good chance. Oh, it wants me to keep going? That's it. No, I'm done. Buttons are all working. I'm going to put it in. Now, let's see if it's going to start. It did. It started right up. So, my job is done.